So this has been on my mind ever since I watched playthroughs of Half-Life Alyx. I believe that Half-Life Alyx's soundtrack, while good, was nowhere near as strong as the work done by Kelly Bailey in previous Half-Life games. Why? Well, the easy thing to point out would be that it no longer has that Kelly Bailey flair. However, I don't believe that this is the problem. I believe that the dynamic nature of Half-Life Alyx's soundtrack detracts from what made the soundtracks of previous games special. Yes, this is literally the opposite of my praise for Split Second. Why do I say this though? Dynamic soundtracks are awesome. Yes, they are, but I believe there's a time and place for them. And I personally don't think they really suit Half-Life. Half-Life is a series where you spend a lot of time being sucked into the world and the atmosphere. The lack of music during most times helps this. You've probably seen videos talking about the uneasy feeling associated with Source games. I believe this is a holdover from Half-Life 2's atmosphere, and I believe it's where its strength lies. Half-Life Alyx has music playing at almost all times. Yeah, it's really well done and drives the action a lot of the time, but I don't think it drives it anywhere near as well as what Half-Life 2 did. In Half-Life 2, there was no music most of the time, even during shootouts. Here's a really strong example of what I'm talking about. The chapter Sand Traps ends with a boss fight with an antlion guard. The only music during this fight, and the chapter as a whole, is a short musical sting when the guard spawns. Other than this, the fight is solely driven by the sound design. After this, you get the Bug Bait, which grants you control over the antlions. These fuckers have been a pain in the ass for the last 2 chapters up until this point, but now they're under your command. You are then sent out onto the beach with your army of antlions to raid the prison, and as the alarm kicks on and the soldiers try to fight back against your raid, well...
Alert. Execute containment procedure as before.
This feels fucking amazing. This is the same track used at the start of the game when you are running from civil protection. And now it's being used for your raid. It's incredible, and is something Half-Life Alyx just doesn't have. Want another example? Half-Life 2 Episode 2. You are helping a small group of rebels hold off against antlions in an underground mine. The lights on each tunnel are hooked up to motion sensors, meaning these show you roughly how many there are going to be coming out of that tunnel. It progressively builds up more and more until this really intense fight. All your sentry guns are destroyed, and at all this time, no music is played. Then a group of Vortigaunts arrive to assist you, and all the lights turn red. And then...
Shit! The whole place is up! You ready, Freeman?
Exhausted their immediate number. Now to the next matter of urgency.
I fucking love these games. I'm gonna be honest, I have yet to play Half-Life Alyx just because I can't afford VR. My experience with the game is only in watching playthroughs, so experience it might completely change my perspective. But in my opinion, as good as Half-Life Alyx is, the music usage is nothing compared to older Half-Life games. That's all I have to say. I'll leave you with one of my favourite Half-Life songs.